Hi, this is Mike Vrobel from DadCooksDinner.com, and this is how to make refried beans from your Instant Pot. We're going to start with a cup of dry pinto beans. I'm going to pour them out into a rimmed baking sheet to keep them contained, and then slowly pull them towards me a little bit at a time, looking for anything that doesn't look like a bean. If we find any stones, any little clods of dirt, or broken beans, we want to get rid of them. Pour the beans into a fine mesh strainer, rinse under cold water, and then pour the rinsed beans into the pot. Add 3 cups of water, a half a teaspoon of fine sea salt, and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda. These both help the beans cook more evenly. I also add 2 cloves of garlic and a bay leaf. Both add a little flavor to the beans, and leaving the skins on the cloves helps me fish them out later. Lock the lid on the cooker, set it to pressure cook at high pressure for 40 minutes, and hit the start button. Now, we'll be back in 40 minutes. If you want more details, see here for how to pressure cook pinto beans in the Instant Pot. The beans have pressure cooked for 40 minutes, and it's time to quick release the pressure. We open the lid and fish out the garlic cloves and the bay leaf. They've given their all to the beans. Now, at this point, I could pour the beans into another pot, wipe this one out, and continue in the Instant Pot using saute mode. But I find it quicker and easier to switch to a fry pan at this point. So we're going to head over to the stove. Set the stove to medium-high heat and pour a quarter cup of vegetable oil into the pan. We need the oil to heat up, so I wait for it to start shimmering, about 3 minutes. Then I add 1 diced onion, 1 diced jalapeno pepper, and 1 smashed clove of garlic. Now we saute these, stirring occasionally until the onion turns translucent. The onion's looking pretty good right now. It's time to add the beans. I take the whole pot, liquid and all, and pour it right into the pan. This will splatter a bit because the water and the hot oil don't mix. So, it's a good time to put on an apron. I've ruined too many shirts this way. Okay, here go the beans. And now, let's mash. Mash the beans and then stir them up a bit. I'm careful with the metal edge of my masher to try not to scratch up the nonstick coating on my pan. So I use a spatula for the stirring and then mash straight down. And then I keep stirring and smashing until the beans thicken up to where I want them. See, about like that. That's what I'm looking for. So there you have it. Refried beans from the Instant Pot. This has been Mike Vrobel from Dad Cooks Dinner. Thanks for watching. I wasn't looking at the camera.
Do one more with a smile.
Right.